Talk a little pass pro. Talk a little Dylan Sampson. I'm going to share with you what I've learned in the past 24 hours since we spoke. And that is pass protection hasn't even been discussed with Dylan Sampson because it hasn't been an issue within Tennessee's football team. I also will tell you that Dylan Sampson knew all of pass pro when he came to Tennessee as a true freshman, which blew people away. They did not expect him to know his assignments. That was first practice out of the chute. I've officially crossed off my list of concerns, Dylan Sampson, pass protection. And I was with Caleb on this, but I'm willing to be flexible, pliable, change my mind. Unless I'm proven wrong in a game, I'm not concerned about Dylan Sampson protecting Nico. Caleb, am I being gullible or am I on to something?
You mean you haven't already been proven wrong in a game?
I have been, but okay, and I'm glad you addressed that. I have been proven wrong in a game, and I was told also that there were times last year where they weren't 100% comfortable in pass pro, but I've gotten conflicting reports on that. Someone else within the program told me, no, that wasn't the case. But what you say, there were issues in the Citrus Bowl, right?
Yeah, that's an understatement.
That was the glaringly obvious one. My argument is this. I think everybody makes mistakes, and they're glaring mistakes when everybody's staring at Nico and you have a new running back in there because the other guys want to go pro, understandably. I think those are just occasional mistakes. I don't think it's a trend, and I think Dylan Sampson is going to be fine.
I'm sorry, I watched those. No, I watched those mistakes. Those aren't occasional mistakes. Those were so blatantly bad. It's like, it reminds me of, and we all, a few years ago, this was back in 2022 when Joe Milton started his first game, and he missed just some of the easiest touchdown passes possible against Bowling Green. People came back to us the next year, and they're like, oh, you know, what you don't really see is sometimes a receiver missed on the route or things like that. And it's like, no, I saw what I saw. He had a guy open in the end zone, and he missed him multiple times, okay? I saw what I saw with Dylan Sampson. This wasn't, a blown assignment. This was, just whiffing on blocks. He knew his assignment half the time. He just couldn't land the block. So if what you're saying is true, and I have no reason to not believe you on this and your sources, then that just fuels my fire that either he's protecting himself in games, so he's not trying to pass pro, or he in some way panics under pressure in the games because of because of the light shining on him, a la Nathan Peterman at quarterback when he played for Tennessee. But you are not going to convince me until I see it regularly that he can pass protect regularly. And I'm not going to change my mind with Chattanooga, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not. You're not. I don't care what he does against Chattanooga. I don't care. You guys can't come back at me and be like, oh, I told you he was going to be good at pass pro this year. He blocked FCS guys really, really well. I don't care about that whatsoever.
What about NC State? That's a top 25 team.
Yes. If he pass pros well against NC State, I'll start to revisit my discussions. Now, still hesitant because I think Iowa, whatever we think about NC State and Iowa, NC State's probably better, but I think Iowa does have a better defense that is more physical. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I think they're probably slightly. Yeah, I think they're more physical. But man, they're slow, and I don't think they didn't do anything complicated. So, to miss a pass protection bust as a running back, and that was kind of weird. Work trucks, all about trucks that are actually available, trucks that help you maximize your profits by having the right work vehicle. Now, time is money. So, Caleb, I'm going to ask you, would you put your money on Dylan Sampson being a good pass protector at the end of the season? Well, hold on. The perfect work vehicle by Work Trucks doesn't break down. That's all the space to carry what you need, including pass protectors. That's what Work Trucks is intent on offering, while other dealerships just can't do it. Contracting is all about time. Work Trucks saves you time with less back and forth trips, and trucks that pass the highest standard to be put to work. Can Dylan Samson be at the highest standard of pass protection? Process is quick and easy when choosing a vehicle for Work Trucks cargo vans, utility body trucks with an app-hide work bodies installed, pickups of all sizes, and anything special like cranes or dump trucks. Work Trucks supplies vehicles to people just like you and get you back on the road tomorrow. No dealership runaround. If you're a contractor, you got to know Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com, Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com, downtown Birmingham. And how about the entire inventory online? Also, Clinton Highway in Knoxville. The perfect truck. They'll outfit it, make sure it fits your needs to a T. Proud supporters of the Vols. Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com. Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com. Caleb, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. What percentage of a chance do you think, 2 questions, do you think Dylan Samson is an adequate pass protector this fall?
30%.
Okay. So I imagine you're going to be much lower at perfect. I'm not even going to answer my second question. Caleb, you are being way too hard on that young man. He made a couple of mistakes. My goodness.
They were, okay, you guys keep talking about, like, sometimes the mistakes look glaring. Guys, again, I explained to Dave what gaslighting was last week. I'm going to use the word again. This is gaslighting. We are all being gaslit, okay? We all saw with our eyes these missed assignments that were insanely bad misses, okay? There was this, what you didn't know was there was this protection scheme on this side and this player was coming from there and you just didn't see it. No, that's not what was happening. I'm sorry.
Nobody talks like that.
What I'm saying is, no, that's not what happened. It was blatantly obvious and a bad miss. I've watched enough football. I don't need coaches telling me what I did and what I saw and didn't see, okay? And what I saw was Dylan Samson absolutely whiffing on easy pass pro assignments, okay? So either, again, he's melting down in the game, or he's protecting himself and doesn't really care for contact because he's thinking about his NFL future, assuming what you said, and again, I do believe it, what you said is true, that he knew pass pro from day one when he walked on campus. So, again, I have to say this. I don't believe it, and I'll believe it when I see it. And Chattanooga, I'm throwing it out the window. I don't care what he does against Chattanooga.
I don't think anybody cares what anybody does against
NC State. NC State, I might reevaluate.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to be hesitant because there's some debates just about how physical NC State is. Kent State, I'm like throwing that even further out the window, okay? And then, so I'm not going to change my opinion on this until I see the Oklahoma game.
I don't think you have to.